In the Dublin Central by-election, the Social Democrats candidate Daniel Ennis looks set to take the seat after he topped the poll in the first count. The results of the second count in the past few minutes, after the lowest 5 candidates were eliminated, show Daniel Ennis on 4,954, ahead of Janice Boylan of the Sinn Féin on 4,416. The Green Party's Janice Horner is next, followed by Independent Gerard Hutch and Fine Gael's Ray McAdam. Well, you can see there the share of the vote with falls in the vote for Fianna Fáil, Sinn Féin and Fine Gael, and an increase in vote for Social Democrats and the Green Party. In Galway West, a first count is expected soon, and it looks like a tight race between Fine Gael's Seán Kyne and Independent Ireland's Noel Thomas.
After weeks, even months of campaigning for some, it's now results time. The ballot papers tumbled out of the boxes in Dublin and Galway just after 9 o'clock. The first count result in Dublin Central gave the Social Democrats the clear edge over Sinn Féin in this, the constituency of the Sinn Féin leader.
Ennis Daniel, Social Democrats, 4,903 votes.
It's a long day ahead, but things are looking really, really good, so we're absolutely delighted.
Independents Gerry Hutch and Malachy Steenson, along with the Greens' Janet Horner and Fine Gael's Ray McAdam, all polled solidly but are not in the shake-up for a seat, today at least. And this is a day when the biggest opposition party did not make the kind of impact that it might have anticipated, prompting leadership questions.
There is no question on the leadership. I am the leader of Sinn Féin. I lead us on days when when we're on a winning streak. I lead us on the days where we're not lifting the cup. That is my job.
Questions too for the Fianna Fáil leader as his party's vote hit a new low in Dublin Central.
We have to reflect on, we would prefer higher results and higher performances and a higher percentage outcome, and we will examine that. And clearly, the fuel issue has been an issue. It has impacted because of rising prices, and cost of living is a very big issue out there.
Over in Galway West, Independent Ireland's Noel Thomas looks to be just ahead of Fine Gael's Seán Kyne, with Labour's Helen Ogbu much further back in third place.
My gut is telling me I'm stuck again in another tight election race. That's all my gut is telling me. And the gut is wrenching at the moment, and we've got to wait another while and see what's going to happen.
By-elections are rarely won by government parties, and voters typically are inclined to vent their frustrations with those in power. But Galway West might buck this trend.
Seán is a very recognisable candidate. He's a former chief whip in a minority government, which is very challenging. He's got a lot of friends from right across politics, so hopefully that'll be favourable when transfers come into play.
A result in Dublin Central is on the cards tonight, while the outcome in Galway West will most likely take some time longer to be decided. Micheál Lahan, RTÉ News.
Well, our Eastern correspondent Samantha Libreri is at the Count Centre in Dublin's RDS, and our Western correspondent Pat McGrath is standing by for us in Salt Hill. Samantha, if I come to you, first of all, we've just got a second count in from Dublin Central. Despite the fact that we were expecting the first count at lunchtime today, there was a bit of a delay.
Yeah, it's kind of been all go here in the RDS today. Kate, from early we had a very experienced and efficient tally operation, cross-party tally operation, and within 90 minutes of the boxes open, it gave us a picture of what was going to happen here in the RDS in the Dublin Central count. And from very early on, people were calling it that Daniel Ennis, councillor with the Social Democrats, would take the seat here. Now, we had to wait almost 6 more hours to confirm that picture. Just after 5 o'clock, we had the first count, and that showed the Social Democrats at 19.7% of first preference votes. That was followed by Sinn Féin's Janice Boylan at 17.5%. And observers now across the board confident that Councillor Ennis, who's just been in politics for just over 2 years, he's a former League of Ireland player and operations manager of a shopping centre in Tala, that he will be the next TD for Dublin Central in Dáil Éireann. The turnout, we learned, in the constituency was 43%. That's down on the 52% turnout they saw during during the general election here. The Green Party had a better day than expected. Their councillor Janet Horner, who's the group leader on Dublin City Council, she had 11.7% of first preference votes. Independent Gerard Hutch, who came close to taking a seat here the last time, his vote was at 11.3%. His number of votes was down slightly on 2024, despite the fact that he was campaigning much more vigorously this time around. Fine Gael's current Lord Mayor of Dublin, Councillor Ray McAdam, he came in at 10.7%, and that means that Fine Gael have effectively lost the Fine Gael seat here that was held by Paschal Donoghue since 2011. Another result of note was that of the independent councillor Malachy Steenson. He was at 9%, and that's an improvement on the performance he put in the last general election. And observers here saying that the combined Steenson and Hutch independent vote shows a very strong anti-sentiment independent vote in this constituency going into the next election. People Before Profit Solidarity also improved their showing with Ono Canavan, the musician, at 6.8%. Labour's Ruth O'Dea, a first-time candidate, at 5.8%. But Fianna Fáil's John Stevens hold just 4.2%. That's a particularly bad day out for Fianna Fáil in a constituency that was dominated for decades by Bertie Ahern. Now, as you mentioned in the last few minutes, we had the results of the second count. It came quite quickly after the first. Malachy Steenson, the independent candidate, gained the most transfers from the 5 eliminated candidates from count 1. Now, John Stevens of Fianna Fáil, he has been eliminated, and his 1,120 votes are being redistributed, and he has not had enough votes to get his deposit back on this occasion, and we're expecting the next count here within the next hour or so.
OK, thank you, Samantha. Pat, turning to you now, while Samantha's on her second count finish there, you're still awaiting your first.
Yeah, expecting it in the next few minutes, Kate. The situation has kind of crystallised after the completion of the tally, a cross-party tally carried out here in Galway West. It shows Seán Kyne and Noel Thomas both on 20% of first preferences, followed by Labour's Helen Ogbu on 12%, and then the tally puts Fianna Fáil's Killian Keane on 9% of the vote, with a number of candidates, the Social Democrats Mida Ní Inleach, 2 independent councillors, Mike Cubbard and Tom Welby, and Sinn Féin's Mark Lohan, all on 7%. Now, the focus is on the 2 at the top. Quite obviously, it looks like Helen Ogbu has too much ground to make up and is unlikely to figure at the business end of the count. And so election watchers, particularly those from Fine Gael and Independent Ireland, have been closely monitoring where the number 2s might go. Killian Keane of Fianna Fáil, who's in the count centre with the Taoiseach at present, waiting for the first count. He's estimated to have in and around 4,000 first preferences. Now, an analysis of those by Fine Gael suggests, according to the party, that they're breaking very strongly for Seán Kyne, and they're hopeful that that will lengthen the gap, widen the gap between Seán Kyne and Noel Thomas as the count progresses. But there's a long way to go until we get there. It's unlikely that there'll be a final declaration here until sometime tomorrow.
OK, Pat McGrath at Salt Hill and Samantha Library at the RDS in Dublin, thank you both. Well, let's get more on all of this, and we're joined now by Dr. Owen O'Malley from DCU and by our political correspondent, Micheál Lehane. Micheál, turning to you first of all, we've got the second count results in from Dublin Central. What are the figures telling us about the state of the parties?
Well, I suppose what you can see is that the Social Democrats candidate is pulling away now further, and that consistent with the first preference vote. So that would all feed into the kind of reality, I think, that's unfolding, is that Daniel Ennis is on track to win that seat, extending his lead. I think if Sinn Féin were to have been in the hunt here, they would have had to have been a good few percentage points ahead on that first count. That didn't happen. So even in the percentage share of the vote in the constituency, you can see that it's the Social Democrats who've made the gains compared to the last general election, up about 6%, and Sinn Féin down by that amount. That tells the story there. Also, generally on the percentage share, you can see another fairly telling trend, and that is that the independents have made significant gains, up close to somewhere like 22% overall now, and the gain is about 7%. And the bulk of that really coming from 2 people, Gerry Hutch and Malachy Steenson, which would suggest that that could have a bearing if you had a similar type of field in the next general election. For Sinn Féin, you can see the drop there, and that tells the story and makes all the difference. And for Fianna Fáil, it's not a huge drop overall, but it's very significant where they've ended up at this really paltry vote, the fact that their candidate is now out on the second count. And I suppose even if you think back to kind of the meltdown day for the party in 2011, they were still polling about 15% in this constituency. So it does show the challenge facing Fianna Fáil. And does that mean that there will be further questions asked about the party leader, certainly at parliamentary party level next week? I think that's possible.
And Owen, turning to Galway West, it looks like a very tightly fought contest is going to be playing out there now.
Yeah, it's probably impossible to say who will win that, but it will be between Seán Kyne of Fine Gael and Noel Thomas from Independent Ireland. But a lot will have to happen before we'll know, because both will expect to pick up votes along the way from the various independent. There's a lot of independent candidates there who may favour Noel Thomas, but then probably more establishment candidates will go for Kyne.
And just picking up on the point that Micheál made there about the fall in the share of votes for a number of the political parties, what kind of pressure do you think is this going to put on the party leaders then?
I mean, it's a bad day for Sinn Féin because as the main opposition party, it should be leading and winning these seats. And it will make it difficult for it to position itself as the kind of leading opposition party. It's a pretty awful day for Fianna Fáil because, I mean, in Dublin Central, that is their worst ever result in an election. And it must put more pressure on Micheál Martin.
OK, well, we're going to try and see if we can hand over now to the first count in Galway West. And let's stand by and see, can we get the results, the first count results coming through.
Líon na Dogahori. Total electorate, 109,464. That's 109,464. Amla na Vótaí Cathú. Total poll, 48,176. That's 48,176. Amla na Vótaí Mílte. Total invalid votes, 283. 283. Amla na Vótaí Bally. Total valid poll, 47,893. That's 47,893. The quota, 23,947. That's 23,947. The votes were cast for the candidates are as follows. Baraid Neil, 102. That's 112. Cahill AJ, 890, 890. Cupboard Mike, 3,396, 3396. Feeney Patrick, 39, 39. Garrity Sheila, 1,421, 1421. Kyne Killian, 4,192, 4192. Kyne Seán, 9,647, 9647. Lohan Mark, 3,208, 3208. Murphy Niall, 1,199, 1199. Nick Yunlick, Media, 3,354, 3354. Nugent Orla, 1,167, 1167. Ogbu Helen, 5,462, 5462. O'Leary John, 13, 13. Rook Denman, 540, 540. Ryan Michael, 108, 108. Thomas Noel, 10,007, 10,007. Welby Thomas, 3,138. As no candidate has exceeded the quota, I propose to exclude the 5 candidates with the lowest number of votes. Denman Rook, 540 votes. Neil Baraith, 112.
Results there of the first count in Galway West, and I'm still joined in studio by Micheál Lahan, of our political correspondent. Micheál, Seán Kyne and it looks like Noel Thomas, who topped the poll there, a closely fought contest between the two of them.
There's only just over 300 votes in that, so that's very tight. So this obviously comes down to transfers then, and the view in Fine Gael is that Seán Kyne might be more transfer friendly as this count goes on, and that could give them the edge there. But I don't think anyone is 100% certain on that one. There are candidates like Thomas Welby and maybe Mike Cubbert who could transfer to Noel Thomas as well, potentially. But as they kind of begin to think about the home straight now, you would say, based on that and the fact that Noel Thomas is just slightly ahead of Seán Kyne, perhaps advantage Kyne at this moment.
And Owen, is it unusual though for a government party to be doing so well at this stage in a by-election?
Yeah, government parties tend not to win by-elections, and that might be a problem for Kyne in that when the transfers are happening, it could be that people don't want to transfer to a government party and might prefer to. You might end up seeing some unusual transfer patterns, like Sinn Féin transferring heavily to Noel Thomas.
A long night ahead, no doubt, in Galway West. Well, thank you both, Eoin O'Malley from DCU and Micheál Lahan. Thank you for joining us this evening.